Criminal and Civil Procedures Module. There are 9 lessons with their corresponding desired objectives to be achieved by participants within this module. At the end of these short lessons, participants should be familiar with the basic factual information applicable to criminal and civil procedures in the United States as well as the state of Ohio. Of course, we have to have a disclaimer, right? All the information provided in these short lessons is publicly available and provides a simplified view of criminal and civil procedures in the state of Ohio for participants to gain a basic understanding. Remember, procedures vary across jurisdictions, so it is important to always check the steps in the process in the jurisdiction you are working. This information is not intended to be construed as legal advice. Participants will also be able to identify key concepts along with their corresponding legal terminology and know how to use them appropriately. Participants will also be provided resources to complete the individual assignments and are encouraged to use the same to build personal glossaries by incorporating the legal terminology used in these lessons so they can interpret them correctly and use them appropriately into their working languages. Lesson 2. An overview of the court structure in Ohio. The objective is to gain a basic understanding of the structure of the judicial system of the state of Ohio. Individual activity. View the video on Introduction to Ohio's Court System available on the Ohio Supreme Court and the Ohio Judicial System website or by entering the following links on your browser. The court system in the state of Ohio falls under the judiciary branch of government. As you saw in the video, the Ohio State Constitution and the General Assembly are the entities that provide the guidelines for the different types of courts that make up the Ohio judicial system, as exemplified in the chart. Now, we are going to look at each type of court within the chart and look at what relationship this court has with the others. A web link developed by the Ohio Supreme Court and the Ohio Judicial System is provided directing you to a more comprehensive overview for each. Article 4, Section 1 of the Ohio Constitution states the judicial power of the state is vested in a Supreme Court, courts of appeals, courts of common pleas, and divisions thereof, and such other courts inferior to the Supreme Court as may from time to time be established by law. There are 7 justices in the Supreme Court, the Chief Justice and 6 other justices. It is the court of last resort in Ohio, and it has original jurisdiction in select cases, court of last resort on state constitutional questions and questions of public or great general interest, appeals from Board of Tax Appeals, Public Utilities Commission, and death penalty cases. For a more comprehensive review of the functions of the Supreme Court of Ohio, please visit their website. The courts of appeals are established by Article 4, Section 1 of the Ohio Constitution, and their jurisdiction is outlined in Article 4, Section 3. As intermediate-level appellate courts, their primary function is to hear appeals from the common pleas, municipal, and county courts. Each case is heard and decided by a 3-judge panel. A more comprehensive review of the functions of the Ohio Court of Appeals is available on the Supreme Court of Ohio website. The Court of Common Pleas, the only trial court created by the Ohio Constitution, is established by Article 4, Section 1 of the Constitution, and its duties are outlined in Article 4, Section 4. There is a Court of Common Pleas in each of the 88 counties, and these may be divided into other divisions such as general, domestic relations, juvenile, and probate divisions. A more comprehensive review of the functions of the Court of Common Pleas will be provided in Lesson 7 of this module. You can also find the applicable local rules of each of the 88 counties available on the Supreme Court of Ohio website. The Ohio Court of Claims was created to hear claims against the state for money damages and to hear appeals from Attorney General decisions regarding claims filed under the Victims of Crime Compensation Program. For comprehensive information about how the Courts of Claims functions, please visit the Supreme Court of Ohio website, or you can go directly to the Ohio Court of Claims website. The municipal and county courts are created by the General Assembly and with nearly identical subject matter jurisdiction and similar authority with limited civil jurisdiction based on the amount of money in dispute. For comprehensive information about how the municipal and county courts function, please visit the Supreme Court of Ohio website. Ohio is one of 2 states, the other being Louisiana, that allows mayor's courts, although these courts are not part of the state's judicial branch and are not considered courts of record. Mayor's courts follow Supreme Court rules and provide statistical case information to the Supreme Court. For comprehensive information about how the mayor's courts function, please visit the Supreme Court of Ohio website. Here is a more comprehensive chart of the court system in the state of Ohio, along with descriptors of the courts and their functions. This chart is also available at the Supreme Court of Ohio website. In Lesson 2, the key points to remember are: the Ohio judicial structure consists of several different types of courts. The different courts have different purposes, different jurisdictions, and different functions. Individual activity. Complete the exercise identifying the name and function of the different courts in the Ohio judicial system, provided as handout number 2. End of Lesson 2.